I just wanted to have that on there. Hey, it's Coach Tom Ferry. I was just playing around. It's Life by Design. Eddie's laughing. No, it's all good, Eddie. Don't mess with it. All right, here we go. Ready? I said to you we're going to talk on number 18, 2013, best year of your life. 3 tips if you're a startup. If you're a startup, you're 1 to 3 years in your business. What do you got to do? Well, the answer is more than you could possibly comprehend. Starting with, will you work? Will you put in the time? Are you really dedicated to this? You know, all that stuff. I'm going to assume you're there, and if you're 1 to 3 years in the business, this is what it comes down to. Number 1, clear goals. What does it cost me to live my life? What does it cost me to run my business? What does it cost me? Estimated taxes. I can include what does it cost me to pay off some debts, but that could be hard when you're in the startup mode. So let's be honest with ourselves. So life, business plus taxes equals how much divided by my average commission. Divided by my average commission. How many homes do I really need to sell to really operate? You got to know that number and start to grow from there. Number 2, you got to know your market. I met with a young guy yesterday, came inside the office, been only in the business for a couple months, smart, enthusiastic, big shout out to you, Michael. You know I'm talking about you. And I said to him, look, you're in this part of town. Do you know all the homes? Do you know all the buyers? Do you study the MLS? Do you know all the communities? Do you know which agents sell all the houses? Do you know who's moving in, who's moving out? What are the social economic trends? And he kind of looked at me with a glazed over look. Sorry, Michael, you know what I'm talking about. He didn't understand enough of the market. So if you're a startup, you've got to spend all this time learning, studying, digesting, like what designers and who's building and what are they building and everything about your market so you become the knowledge broker. That's how you get out of startup and get into growth. The third part is you got to allow buyers to finance your listing learning curve. Allow buyers to finance your listing learning curve. So what do you have to do? You've got to have a great buyer presentation. You've got to be really good at hunting down properties for your buyers that are not in the MLS or not available and become known as the gal or the guy who rolls up their sleeves and does whatever it takes. Boy, wouldn't that be a great part of your brand in the very beginning? And then as you're selling houses in startup mode and you're working with buyers or rentals or anything to get in the game to create the income you've got to have, then guess what? You're now on your way. You're now heading towards growth. So if you're in startup mode 1 to 3 years and you don't have that stuff down, get on it ASAP. Remember, always your strategy matters, and now more than ever, your passion rules. And the next video is on growth. So get ready.